Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, but there is one of our listeners who came to my inbox and sent me some messages and a couple of screenshots. So our listener was saying that she is in this other group. So this group, she said, it is for women that are based in Harare. Mainly these women, the reason as to why they are in that group, it is because they are other guys. These guys, what they do is that they go around looking for blessers, guys that want to be with a woman, and then they connect them with these young women that are in this group, and then you can negotiate how much you would want so that you can spend a night with the guy, and the guy can take care of you, spoil you, buy whatever that you want. And then that guy who would have given you the contacts of the rich blesser, then he also get his own share. So she was like, I got shocked when I learned that there was this other girl who had gotten the contacts of this other blesser, and this blesser, it is said that the blesser is staying in Mount Pleasant, but the guy was saying that he was coming from Dubai. And what shocked her was that this guy gave him a lot of money, including a brand new iPhone 16, $500, but she was crying in the group saying that this guy is a ritualist because of the things that happened to her by the time that she got booked by this other rich blesser. So they went to a house which is in Mount Pleasant, and the blesser told her that he was coming from Dubai. And when they arrived at that house in Mount Pleasant, the blesser then said, why don't you take off your shoes? And that was when she took off her shoes. So she got into the yard not wearing any shoes at all. And then when they got inside, she was saying that the house was very big, but then the blesser took her to this other room. When they were in that room, that was when the blesser just left her, pretending as if he wanted to rush somewhere else, saying that there is some businesses that I need to take care of, I'll be back. And this was somewhere around 3:30 in the afternoon when the blesser left her in that room alone. And the blesser was like, I'm going to come back now. And then when she was left all alone, the blesser did not come back until when it was 8 p.m. And when she had tried to go outside, she then found out that the door, it was totally locked from the outside, so there was no more escaping for her. She was caught up in that house alone. That was when she said, let me try to sleep. By the time that she tried to sleep, she was like, I had a dream, and in that dream she was sleeping with that blesser. And when she was busy sleeping with that blesser, that was when she saw that there was a snake as well that was sleeping with her. And when the blesser returned back, then she was given $800. She was saying that she blocked the guy, but she was complaining that this guy is a ritualist. So she was like crying. So women out there, you need to be very concerned. You need to be very concerned about just doing these hookups on WhatsApp and wherever. Even another screenshot that one of the girl sent me, other girls in the group, they were even saying that this girl is passing misinformation as if they are even angry at her, as well as the blesser who is saying that I am not a ritualist. All that I do is that I respect my elders' traditions. Please advise her to cease spreading these falsehoods. If she persists, I will have to take measures to protect my reputation, and she will face the consequences. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Can you just imagine? Please let us talk about that issue in the comment section. But women, they are always chasing after money. There is this other sister of ours who came to my inbox with her own story, and the story, it goes on like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my own story? My name is hidden. I am a woman who is aged 28 years old. I do not have a birth certificate. I have nothing, no ID. What happened to me is that it was said that my mother, she passed away when I was still very young. And as for my father, he was a married man. So he was ashamed of my mother because my mother used to be their maid. And then when she fell pregnant, my father then kicked out my mother before his wife would have returned back from the villages where she had gone to visit. And then my mother went back to the village and she never returned back to Harare again. When she was in Harare, she was not communicating that much with her own relatives because they did not like her as well because of the things that had happened in the family. Then after that, when my mother gave birth to me, she then came to South Africa and she stayed for a very long time. When she returned back from South Africa, she was in a coffin. She had passed away. It was stated that my mother was dating two guys at the same time, and then they fought and my mother was killed. So she returned back in a coffin, and that is how I lost my mother. Fast forward, after I was all grown up, that was when I came here to South Africa. The challenge that I am now facing is that at the place where I am working, I have since been told that it is time for me to return back home, and my boss said that he's going to give me money about 3 months in advance, but I need to return back home. The problem that I am facing right now is that I am an orphan. I have nowhere to turn to, and if there is any man who wants to marry me, I am willing to do that. But I want to inform you that I have since tried to do money-making rituals. I still remember that there was a time when I linked up with this other man, a Sangoma. This man, I met up with him here in Johannesburg. The man told me that he could assist me. This man, he inserted a lot of things into my private parts, and he said that these things, they were going to eat my womb, and after they would have eaten my womb, he was going to give me money. So I agreed. He inserted those things into my womb, and then he ran away. This man was from Mozambique. I heard from other people that when he ran away back to Mozambique, he was having a bag that was full of money, and I suspect that he was not working alone. He was working with other traditional healers here in South Africa, to whom he sold my womb, and it did not give me anything. So if there is any man that is going to marry me, I'm just a woman, but I do not have a womb per se. If there is anyone who wants to marry me, please marry me before I return back to another Sangoma. This time around, I'm like, even if it happens that I just find someone who is a Satanist, I am willing to do whatever. It does not matter anymore. I am tired, and there is no hope for me. As for my mother's relative, they have since told me that they are not willing to assist me with the applications of my birth certificate. Dear listeners, right there is the second message that I received. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to assist her in the comment section.